The battle over the remains of the former Zambian President Edgar Lungu continues. The latest round needed a South African High Court intervention. Following the engagements between two sides, burial proceedings had to be paused.
By agreement between the parties, an order is made in the following terms. The first to seventh respondents undertake not to proceed with the funeral and/or burial of the late president pending the finalization of the application. If any party wishes to intervene in this application, they are to file their notice of motion and founding affidavit or any answering affidavit on or before the 18th of July 2025.
Acting Judge President appreciated the steps taken by both sides in an attempt to find a way forward on the matter.
This court appreciates the grief and pain of the family and relatives and the Zambian nation caused or as a result of the retired President Lungu of Zambia, who passed on the 5th of June 2025. The deceased, especially as our culture as Africans, should be laid to his final resting place in a respectable manner. I also just want to thank the legal representatives for meaningfully having a discussion about this serious matter and reaching an agreement as to how the legal process would go forward should the parties not reach an agreement.
The Lungu family says honoring the wishes of the former president is their greatest interest.
And if it calls for us to bury in South Africa for the story to be told, so be it. But the story must be told. Edgar Lungu must be exonerated in his death. Someone needs to speak for him. Those that never spoke for him in his lifetime, this is an opportunity to speak for him, even in his death. Let's not cower. Let's not fear the present regime. Let's not be afraid. Let's stand up for what Edgar Lungu should have stood for, what he stood for, and what he should have continued standing for. There's a public sentiment which is divided. There's a propaganda machinery that has been put in place by the government to paint him black even in his death, to continue persecuting him even in his death. But those who love him would rather he be given a dignified send-off. President Hakainde Hichilema is incapable of giving President Edgar Lungu a dignified send-off. It would be a mockery. It would be a mockery. The insistence of him having to body view. As a matter of fact, interestingly enough, today a strange question came from the judge to say, suppose the president wanted to view the body. Would that be acceptable? And obviously the answer is no.
Should the two sides not find each other in the coming days, they'll have to file their respective papers in July in the same court. That process will lead up to the official court hearing, which is set for the 4th of August 2025. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ziniko Mhlaba in Pretoria.